unable to go to work or school, it's excused. But if someone's mentally not feeling well, people don't see it as an excuse, So I feel like it should be stressed more, and I feel like millennials are more stressed than a lot of people in the past.
Important. I think that if I look back through my life experiences, I can look back on many situations where it's evident that if people do not take care of themselves and if they do not achieve a balance, that it generally really negatively affects their quality of life, and it also affects the people around them. And I believe for myself, it's something that is a goal of mine, not to be that person that would hurt other people because they don't have it.
Mental wellness means it's very important to me, and I think it should be important to everyone else. It's more than just sort of like one small part of your life. It's sort of like your whole life. It affects your whole life, and it means that, it's like a really significant part of you. You should take care of it like you take care of the rest of you.
Mental wellness means taking time to take care of yourself and taking time to actually think about your your mental being when something bad happens.
It really doesn't affect me because I could care less about it. I really don't really care about a lot of things, but I don't know. I don't really care about social media that much at all. So.
No, I don't. I admit that, like, at one point I did. I used to care about likes and comments and, like, who followed me and how many followers I had. I feel like a lot of people would be lying if they say they didn't at one point, but I used to feel like that meant everything and that kind of, like, defined my status, I guess. But now I came to accept that that doesn't mean anything, so.
I think social media affects mental wellness because everyone is on social media these days, and people are posting negative and positive things on social media, but sometimes it is negative, and sometimes that negative can affect someone's mental wellness and their thought of being. And I think people should just stay positive on social media rather than negative.
I think social media plays a big role into mental wellness just because certain things trigger certain people, and for some people, they have a hard time finding themselves okay because they see other people all the time on social media sorts. So if you look on Instagram and you see a fitness model and you're like, oh, I'm never gonna look like that, then some people that's their issue. And other people, it just kind of provokes further feelings of sadness if they're already feeling sad. With I know there's certain accounts that are depressions.us or provokes further feelings of sadness if they're already feeling sad. With I know there's certain accounts that are depressions.us or whatever. So I just feel that plays an important role to them.
It affects it in a good and bad way because social media can be a way for you to better your mental wellness, but it also can be a way to bring your mental illness down by other people who flaunt their success, and you could sometimes become jealous of that. As much as we try to deny it and say that we don't, we really do.
I think that in some ways it has broadcast it more. It's made it a lot more of an issue that people discuss. I also think that it has become a platform for people that are seeking to fill a need or a hole, and they probably could better seek that and actually have real relationships on the negative, right? So positively, it brings awareness. Negatively,
I would say sometimes I would do that, but I would not make someone else feel down about themselves on social media. I would post something or watch something funny on YouTube or Instagram, but I do not always rely on social media for my mental wellness.
Not really. There's a few things that make me feel better about myself. Social media is one of them. So, yeah.
I actually just watched something where they said millennials are more stressed and like diagnosed with more depression and stuff because of social media. So I feel like it really impacts teenagers and now middle schoolers because now they're even getting phones. So I feel like just the pressure of seeing models or things like that makes people self-conscious, make people...
I don't rely on social media to make myself feel better or to for my mental wellness. What I do think about social media, I'd be lying if I said when I posted something and someone liked it, when it gets a positive response, I'd be lying if I said it didn't make me feel good. But I don't rely on it to be kind of my primary way of viewing my self-worth.
I don't rely on social media to tell me that I'm pretty, just because I have people in person that tell me I'm pretty, so I don't need people that I don't know to tell me because people in real life already tell me.
That's a good question. I think I would love to say no. You know, I would love to say that I'm this awesome human being that's above social media that doesn't let it affect me. But in reality, you know, we're all human. We're social beings. I don't think I rely on social media to make me feel better about myself, but you know, if I post a picture on, you know, Instagram and it gets a certain amount of likes, or you know,
my social life, it affects my mental wellness sometimes a lot. Cause like when I'm either depressed, I don't talk to anyone at all, and I'm just really tired. So you know, I don't really want to talk to anyone. So like, I think my friends get mad at me for that sometimes. But yeah, but it affects me a lot.
I feel like school is a big factor on some people's, and especially mine, mental wellness, because school is so stressful sometimes and it can put a lot on your plate at once and you do not know how to handle it sometimes, and you just stress out and you feel like you don't have anywhere to go because you have to do that. You have to do school, you have to get the work done. And I think having friends and family and teachers that you were close to, go like talk to them. Like if you can't keep up with the work or you're not going to be able to get stuff done on time, you would go to them, and I feel like that would help a lot.
My social life in school affects my mental wellness a lot, but not in a negative way, in a positive way, just because school is extremely stressful and it really is a big part of my life, and it's really important to my parents, so it's a lot of stress on me. So just to have that like social outlet, like at lunch or in the hall or at seminar or whatever, it helps a lot because it can just take your mind off it and talk about other things.
I feel like it's really hard for me to socialize with people because a lot of my mental health is who I am, and I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. So if one day I'm not feeling good, even for no particular reason, people don't understand that, and a lot of people aren't open-minded as you think. I'm pretty open-minded.
School? Well, I think that there are a lot of factors to consider there. Family backgrounds make a difference, support from both your family and your friends. Whether you are a person who tends to fit in or doesn't.
About school, right? And so I think that if you would look at a lot of the kids that are struggling, I bet you would find a lot of that in their home.
And then, how have past relationships affected your mental wellness?
I think it's a matter of being aware of what's going on and being willing to be honest with yourself and address it. So I've had situations, whether it's professional.
Fit in. People who are different certainly have a hard time with their mental wellness in school because they tend to be ostracized. The point is, if you naturally fit in, you'll have an easier time. If you don't naturally fit in, you're gonna pay for it.
I did, and I just assume people are like me, but in reality, not everyone's gonna understand you. So I feel like it's really hard to connect with people, to have people understand me, because I feel like if you want to make good friends, you have to have a connection, and if you don't have it, then it's kind of just one-sided, where you're there for them and they can't really be there for you.
Yeah.
Has always been there for me, even though I don't like telling him everything. He is always just there to listen, and even puts a smile on my face or tells me a joke while I'm having a bad day. And I think he is just a good example for being positive all the time, because I never see him down. And my sister is always making me laugh, even though I don't see her a lot. She's constantly texting.
So their struggle in life was feeding everyone in the family. Was survival, was not getting shot when they were seen on the spot when they were fleeing the country. It was life or death. And so when they came to America and I had these mental issues, they didn't see it as a problem, because it wasn't a problem for them, and it was something small to them, and it was something.
My mom and a lot of my friends have helped me a lot last year, this coming year, and now it's okay to say that I'm safe and healthy.
My family life affects me in both ways, because sometimes if things are bad at home, then you're just kind of in a slump mood during the day. But if things go well or it's a good day, then you're kind of like, okay, well, I'm gonna have a good day today because I started off on a good day. So family plays
in every way, because if you have a family life that is negative and somehow abusive, or in any way does not provide the support that we all need from the people closest to us, then it is going to affect your mental health, and in a negative way. And
my family was really helpful with my just mental wellness. We didn't talk about it a whole lot. It wasn't a subject that my parents talked about a lot, but I knew that I was always had a safe place at home. I could always talk with them if something was going wrong. If I was going through a bout of depression, if something was going on at school, I felt like I had people that I could talk to. And if I said that I was, in high school I dealt with some depression, and still do, but I always felt...
So I grew up in a family where there was a lot of bipolar, and they refused to medicate themselves. So living in an environment like that was very, very difficult. And I think through most of my early adulthood, it was my biggest fear that I would do that to my children. And I used to ask my doctor every year if I had it yet, because I wanted to make sure to medicate myself.
Definitely past relationships I've learned from my mistakes, honestly. It's like friends, just you don't think you need them in your life anymore, and you kind of have to get rid of them, and you learn from them. Like sometimes you choose the wrong friends and they do not put a positive feel in your life.
In many ways, positive and negative. I have had relationships in my life that have been detrimental to my mental health, and but I will say this, they have been detrimental in the moment, but everything is what you make of it. And so if you choose to grow through those things, then they will become a positive in your life. Everything that happens,
and just family relationships as well. If one has broken, and that's worse than a friend, is family, anything. But having bad friendships and family relationships really make you learn and shape you to who you are and how you deal with these situations.
It's affected my mental. Past relationships have affected my mental illness a lot, because there was a time where I wasn't with the best people, and when you separate yourself from them, it's a big jump to go from being in that environment, in that place with them, to go into another environment with different people in different ways, and you can actually progress and learn for the better. So,
well, like some of my past relationships been pretty bad, and like I can't really talk to that person anymore. When I look at them, I just feel really numb and hatred. So that's one way it could affect it. Yeah.
My past relationships have both been beneficial to my mental wellness, and they have been detrimental to my mental wellness, right? I have had friends and family that have supported me, talked through things, who were there to listen to me and process things. I've also had people that their personality just clashed with mine, and when we would try to be together and work together, specifically in a work situation, when we would try to work together, I found I was always just
I would especially just talk to someone, or if I really am not in the mood to make up a conversation, I will just be by myself and maybe look at some like things to keep me positive. That's when I'll watch like a YouTube video, or that's when I'll just think to myself, or I like cleaning when I'm stressed out or I'm not having a good day. Just do something to keep me busy. I don't like doing nothing. And I would definitely go talk to my friends or my family.
I sleep a lot. I know it's not a healthy coping strategy. Like, I will sleep. Like, I take eight naps a day when I'm depressed. Yeah, sleep. Like, I take eight naps a day when I'm depressed. Yeah. I sleep, or like I play video games a lot too. So.
When I'm not feeling okay, I exercise a lot. I'll go for runs. Like one time I went for like an 8-mile run just because I needed a break. Or I'll join sports, or I'll do sit-ups or jumping jacks or something.
Really good. Because sometimes you really are just tired. Like, you're not able to make great decisions. If it's not something like that where like, I just need to take a break, and it's self-care, like, right? It really can be a nap, it can be a bath, it can be a bottle of wine, it can be taking a weekend away with your friends. Like I'm doing this weekend. And having people in your life that love you enough to be honest with you, so that you can say to them, hey.
For me, when I haven't been okay, when I've gone through depression, when I've just felt like I've been in a dark place, my natural inclination, and I think a lot of people's natural instinct, is to shut down. You don't want to talk to people about it. You just kind of want to curl up, and the motivation to handle it goes away. And I've learned the times where I've gotten over it and have been helped through that was when I did open up. I've found often that
I would like to say that you're not alone, and it is very important for you not to take this as an easy thing, and don't feel like you can't go to anyone, because I can guarantee someone will always be there for you, whether you know them or not, or if you just need to talk to someone, there's always someone around, and there's nothing that will like stop you from being who you are. Like, don't stop doing what you love if someone doesn't love it. And if you think that
it gets better. It may feel like it's not, but it gets better. Yeah, it's hard to talk to people, but you gotta talk.
If you're struggling with mental wellness issues, just try to find something that makes you want to keep going, because there's not a lot, but I'm pretty sure everybody has one thing where they're like, if not, then they would not be here already. They would already been like, no, there's nothing. So I just feel like just hold on to that one thing and try to make that one thing the most important thing to you until you get out of that state that you're in.
It can help, right? I don't think that they're really alone. I think that they can feel that way when you're in it. But like I said at the beginning, having lived the life of people who didn't seek help, I know the pain that's involved with that. Like, I really think that getting the help.
Who loves you, that can listen to that, then seek out professional help in the way that you can. The important thing is not to keep it to yourself, because you may be struggling with something that may be easily fixable, but when you are in the midst of it, it's impossible to see it. And so the best advice I could give anyone in any kind of situation.
I feel like the road to anyone who's struggling with it, I don't want to say that it does get better, but the journey to being well with your mind and well with who you are isn't easy, and it can be long and tiring, but everyone does get there. For better, I guess you could sometimes look at other people's situation and compare them.
I want to say that you can make it. You can really do this. It gets better, it gets worse, but you gotta know that you are a lot stronger than you think you are.
It will get better. I mean, like, the road to being, like, well and, like, happy with who you are and, like, how your mental state is not easy.